Good times. Good times. See, y'all think I'm playing. Look at this shit. Look, it's fucking cracked. It's cracked, Mo. Like, bruh, I just came down, I just came home. Thank you, bitch. How y'all doing? Y'all good? You sure? You positive? Okay. If you not, you shit out of luck. I gotta be blunt with you, you know? Look, and speaking about being blunt, I don't got no popcorn, but I do got something that's is in it's in a whole league of its own. Eggnog. You feel me? Anybody that loves eggnog, hashtag eggnog. Cause this is awesome. Wait. I'll put some ice cubes in there. Oh man, it's a wrap. God. Anybody that doesn't love eggnog, I mean, I still love you, but we gonna have some problems. You best believe that. But anybody that do love eggnog, that does love eggnog, I feel you. But without further ado, let's get right into the that shit good as hell. Alright, let's go. And it's Friday the 13th? Oh man. Alright. Chill out with that laughing.
When I was 17 in my last year of high school, I was finally starting to hit things off with a girl I liked. I'll call her Lynn.
Right.
Lynn was a big pot smoker. At the time, it really wasn't my thing, but I went along with it just because.
Right.
I live a couple blocks from her, so I always walked before I got a car. Across the street from her house is a park. Commonly at night, she'd instant message me on AOL to come hang out at the park. Sometimes we'd just sit on the playground at night and talk for hours. Sometimes she'd convince me to smoke with her.
Right, nope. Right.
It was always such a private place to hang out and talk, especially at night. A line of thick trees surrounded the playground as well, creating a wall of sorts.
You fucking know.
Well, one night we both snuck out around 12 and met at the playground in the park. We talked for a while. Then Lynn perked up, playfully hit me on the shoulder, and said, "We should play hide and seek."
Lynn, that's your name? We known each other for, what? 6, 7, probably 8 years. And I can honestly say that in those years that we've known each other, you have never fucking up this much. Never. Matter of fact, come to think, you never fucked up. Until now. And I remember like very detailed, like very vividly when we first met. Right, Lynn? Right? 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 You remember that, right? When we first met, that when I introduced myself, I made it clear that there should be no fucking up. Do you remember that? Cause what I said to you was, right? My very first words were, "Hi, my name is Martin, and I I don't like to be friends with people that be bullshit and that don't be fucking up. And you told me this. You told me okay. You told me okay. I trusted you. Look where we at now. Do you see where we are? In the woods, 12 o'clock, midnight, pitch black, right, surrounded by woods, trees. Lord knows who's in the trees. I'm this close to hauling ass. you fucking up.
May sound immature for a couple seniors in high school to play hide and seek, but it just seemed like it would be fun. She told me to go to the trees and count to 30.
No.
When I was done, my first instinct was, of course, to check the playground. And if she wasn't there, I'd move on to the picnic bench area.
I would have left.
We always had flashlights on us when we went to the park, because this was before everyone had phones with flashlights in their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
I stepped from the grass onto the wood fiber mulch surrounding the playground. I aimed my flashlight up to the playground, because I guess I was too lazy to go up there if I didn't have to. You know those big plastic circular things with a bunch of tiny holes in it that a lot of playgrounds have? Maybe not, but there was one of those things up at the highest level of the playgrounds, and through a bunch of holes, I could see what appeared to be skin and a jacket, but what stood out the most was her eye peering through one of the holes. Instead of going up there right away, I decided it would be fun to kind of mess with her. I waved the flashlight around the playground, pretending like I didn't see her. I was going to walk to the picnic area, turn on the flashlight, walk around to the trees, back to the playground, sneak up on her, and scare the living daylight out of her. Don't ask me why, I just wanted to. I walked to the picnic area, shut off the flashlight, and snuck back over to the playground.
You shut off the flashlight?
I was careful not to make noise as I crept through the wood chips that the playground sat on.
You're both bullshit.
Before I could even step foot on the first platform of the playground, something grabbed my arm and pulled me. I actually screamed, but stopped when I heard Lynn's laughter. I turned on the flashlight and was relieved to see it was her.
Oh, thank God.
The prank obviously backfired completely. After that, we went back up to the second level platform of the playground that we always chilled in. I asked her if she knew that I saw her behind that plastic thing at the top of the playground, but she was confused. She acted as if she never went up there. I explained to her that I saw someone up there. We both looked up as the tiny creaking sounds we had been hearing every so often suddenly made a disturbing amount of sense. I aimed the light up there, which revealed someone's head hunched over the railing of the platform above us. At the same time, we heard footsteps kicking the wood chips around right below the platform we were sitting on.
No.
I made the first move for us to run, and Lynn followed suit. I turned out my flashlight while we ran, which wasn't long since Lynn's house was right across the street. We went to her room, shut the curtains, and I stayed there for the night, not wanting to go home.
All right.
That marked the end of our late-night visits to the park.
That marked the end of our friendship. What you mean? Fucking, but y'all both, man. Y'all shitting me. This eggnog bomb as hell.
Do you have any memories from when you were a little kid that just make you uncomfortable to think about? Especially since you were so young at the time that you didn't know any better?
Nope.
Well, this is mine. My mom used to take me to this really big playground in my town. And when I say really big, I'm not exaggerating. It was probably the biggest playground you'd ever see.
That shit huge as
If
hell.
only I knew the name of it. The playground was entirely wooden, and every Saturday and Sunday there would be at least 50 kids playing across it.
God
with
damn.
the parents all tucked away in the shaded area, reading their magazines and whatnot. One typical busy day at the playground, I was running along a big open platform when an older woman stopped me and said hi. She kept going on and on about how cute I was, and how she loved my blonde hair. It started to seem like she knew me based off the way she was talking to me.
God.
And then she told me that my mom left and that she told her to take me home.
Oh, no.
Keep in mind I was only 6, so I believed her.
No. 6? No, 6, you're a grown person. Get the fuck out of my face. Man, look, people. If you at the... That's a big ass park. But if you at the park, right? If you got a kid, right? First of all, you should always have your eyes on your kids at all times. Fuck that leash shit. I've seen that once in my life. That's crazy. For you to have a leash on your kid? Come on, bruh. Like, come on, bruh. That's, bruh. No, bruh. No, man. No, just stop. But, no, because you gotta, no. Unless your kid knows when to run, right, then it may be okay to take your eyes off your kid, but I would like that wouldn't be my go-to. But my go-to would be to make sure your eyes is on your kids at all times. But some people learn the hard way. But see, if I had kids, right, obviously my kids would be they would obviously they would have on Adidas. That's first and foremost, right? Let's just get that out the way. That's a given. That's you already know that for a fact that my kids will have on Adidas. But like at 6 years old, my kids should already know to when to run and how to run, right? And why they running. If I best believe if I was at this park with like 50 other kids, right? I would have had like a little talk, a little pre-talk, a little prep talk before we enter the playground. Be like, yo, a little croc, right? You got on your Adidas, right? You already know what to do when things pop off. You know this, right? You know what to do, right? All right. Go and get out of my face. Go ahead and have a good time. There you go.
The woman took me to the parking lot, to an old station wagon where a man, I now presume to be her husband, was sitting in the driver's seat. He acted all friendly to me as the woman motioned me into the back seat, but I remember him yelling and lecturing at her about something. The man drove very aggressively and quickly as he was leaving the parking lot. We came to the light at the exit of the park. It was red. Just then, a car pulled up behind us and laid on the horn. I looked behind us, and it was my mom's car. The man blew through the red light, which even I picked up on, and started flooring it down the streets. I started to cry and scream as I realized my mom didn't know these people. Not long after, the man pulled the car over and yelled at the top of his lungs at me to get out of the car. I opened the door, still crying my eyes out in fear. My mom pulled up next to me, ran out of the car, and hugged me. In the heat of the moment, she didn't get the tag number, nor was she able to call the police since this was 2001 and there were no cell phones. I really wish I didn't remember this day so clearly. I would have rather it just been one of those memories that the brain chooses to repress.
This second story sounds like that movie Kidnapped with Halle Berry in it. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That was a good ass movie.
I'm a single father currently living with my 5-year-old son.
Right.
I have an old wooden playground in my backyard. It has a tire swing, monkey bars, and a big slide. A couple times recently, I've heard noises coming from the playground at night. I'll start from the first night. I woke up one night last week to the sound of something squeaking from outside.
Don't go check it out.
I recognized it to be the sound of the rusty chain of the tire swing spinning around.
Just go back to sleep.
I also heard a young child's laughter out there. I thought it was my son, so I went to his room to find him in his bed, fast asleep. My heart dropped as I saw him in his bed. That meant some stranger was in my yard. But when I opened the back door to the backyard, there was no one back there. The tire swing was spinning slowly, however, as if somebody had just gotten off of it.
No, bitch.
I chalked it up as some kid just sneaking into my yard and went back to sleep. The next night, however, I woke up again to the sound of someone stomping up and down the slide, once again accompanied by the sound of a child's laughter. I checked my son's room once again to find him in bed. This time I thought I'd be a little smarter about it and check the window first before going outside.
Go back to sleep.
Nothing was out there though. Not on the playground at least.
Don't check it out.
I still went outside anyway just to make sure.
Oh, you fucking up.
For a couple nights nothing happened and I completely forgot about it. But on the third night, while in bed, a knock at my window startled me. I sat up in shock for a good minute, afraid to look outside. But eventually I was brave enough to do so. I looked out the foggy window. Through the smudge, I could see both the swings on the swing set swinging lightly, accompanied with the laughter of a child again. I ran as fast as I could down those stairs and out the back door, but instead of finding a couple of deviant little kids back there, instead I saw some towering figure looming at the top of my playground, surely looking at me. My courage turned to pure cowardice as I turned to run back inside, lock the door, and dial 911. The wait for an officer to arrive was the longest 20 minutes I'd ever experienced.
20 minutes?
By the time they got there, though, the figure on the playground was gone. They took down what little information I could give them and left. I wish I could say that was the last occurrence, but just last night, there was another knock at my window. I simply ignored it this time, though. I'm dreading going to sleep tonight. I think I'm going to install security cameras on my house soon. Either way, I'll give an update on what happens.
You should have installed security cameras in the first place. You got a kid. You gotta protect your mans. Protect your mans. Oh,
I was
great.
13 years old. My bedroom window faced the playground outside. It was a hot spring night with a light rain, so I had the window open, allowing me to hear the raindrops, as well as a strange squeaking sound. It really started to get annoying, so I went to the window to see what it could be. There was someone sitting on the swing set. I nearly screamed, but covered my mouth instead. What was really scary was that the swing was in the direct line of sight from my window, and the person on the swing was staring straight at my window.
Oh, no.
I could only hope they didn't see me.
They saw you.
I was too scared to go across the house to my parents' room. Instead, all I really wanted to do was hide in my bed and hope they would go away. But the squeaking went on and on. I covered my ears not only because I was scared, but also because of the annoyance of the sound. And finally, at last, the squeaking stopped. I gave it a few seconds before I quietly got out from bed and went back to the window. This time, I actually screamed.
Don't.
The person who was previously on the swing was now standing at most 10 feet from my window, looking in, close enough for me to make out his horrid face, with his eyes locked onto mine. But only for maybe a second or two, because I went straight to my parents' room, screaming for my dad the whole way. My dad looked out the window, then went outside. He came back in 5 minutes later and said there were boot marks under the swings where a patch of mud accumulated, but he couldn't find the person who made them. This was 100% the scariest moment of my life.
I need a drink after that, because my heart dropped, bruh. Please stop that squeaking. Please. Come on. Oh, damn. I gotta post, because my heart dropped, bro. I had to make sure I'm good. Like, my post is good, because Mr. Nightmare videos are like on a whole new level. Like, God, shit. God damn, bro. I'm like twice as creeped out right now because it's Friday the 13th, and while the majority of people are outside having a good time, I'm in the house having a good time, right? But in the comfort of my own home. You know, what's wrong with that? You know, I'm having a good time. But I'm not with those crazy people. Them crazy sons of bitches. No, I'm right here. Here. Hey. Hello, hey, oh, hey. No, look. In all seriousness, though, I'm the type. You already know. Y'all already know. If you don't know, I'm about to tell you. I'm the type of person that don't. I'm curious to a certain extent, and I'm curious depending on what it is. I'm not the type of person to go check nothing out, no creepy shit. Like if you tell me that you lost your watch in the woods, right, and it's dark, no lights or anything, it's just pitch black dark. Like no, I'm not dropping. Like I'm not getting it. I don't care. I don't care who you are. You know, we can check it out in the morning, right, when it's sunlight and it's broad daylight outside. But I'm not checking it right now. Not at no 1 o'clock in the morning. You tripping? Um. So with that being said, I'm not a curious person, right? When it comes to like creepy stuff and just like risking my life. No, I'm not. No, I'm just I'm not a curious person. um, when it comes to that type of stuff. So with that being said, if in any of these stories, right, that Mr. Nightmare was talking about, if I'm like one night, if I'm just laying in my bed, right, and I'm hearing, like, let's say if I have like a playground in my backyard, right, and it's open to the public, right, like it's like when I say open, like anybody can just literally just walk up to the playground and just play on it. Like I don't have a fence around it or whatever. And it's late at night, and I'm in my house, in my bed, right? I'm about to go to sleep, or I'm, watching some Netflix, Stranger Things, or whatever, right? And I hear somebody on my swings, or just in my playground having a good old time. I'm the type of person to be like, oh, they having a good time. Just don't come in my house. Don't mess with me. Don't do nothing. Just if you want to swing on a swing, go ahead. If you want to slide down a slide, go ahead. If you want to play on the monkey bars, go ahead. If you want to, what is that thing called? Like that like I don't know. It's not a merry-go-round. I don't think it is. But like it swings, right? It doesn't really swing, but like I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Like it's like this, right? Right. And it has like little rails on it, and you get inside, like it's flat, right, but it has like little like rails like you can hang on, and you get inside, right, and somebody like pulls it, and it starts to swing, or it starts to spin around and around and around, and depending on how fast you pull it, it's gonna go even faster, right? It's like it's a flat base. It's like it's flat, but it has rings. I'm gonna show a picture. Fuck it. There you go. Um, if you at my playground and it's public, no fences, and you want to have a good time late at night. Oh, first of all, I don't know why you at my playground having a good time late at night at 1 o'clock in the morning. But that's besides the point. That's none of my business, right? As so long as you not messing with me, I don't care if you in my playground. You know, it's open. It's not like I have a fence. Now, if I have a fence, right, and for some odd reason you get into my playground, we're gonna have some problems. But if I know, like, if I set my playground up, um, like for the public, I expect people to play on it at any given time because it's open. It's not closed off. You know. What is that? Oh shit. Oh, I thought that was a bug. I legit don't like bugs at all, bruh. Like, whew, my wife is going to hate me and love me at this. She's gonna hate me because I'm not killing no bugs. Point blank, no. If I do, it's gonna take me like good 30 minutes, to even attempt to kill a bug because them bitches, roaches. Oh, I'm just shaking just thinking about killing that. But like, my wife is also gonna love me because I love cleaning. I don't know what I think I get it from my mom because I love cleaning. I especially love cleaning the kitchen. So any girls out there, you know, looking for a man, that loves cleaning, then what's up? I can clean the hell out of a kitchen and a bathroom. Oh man, I'm a very clean person, but I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those like OD like cleaning like oh that's a speck of dust. Let me like get some Pine Sol, some Lysol, right, some other chemicals, right, and just spray it just non-stop, just spray and spray and spray and spray and spray and spray. No, I'm a very clean person, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not OD. But hey, man, yeah, that's just who I am. I'm not a very curious person when it comes to checking stuff out. Yeah, that's just not me. Like, if you lost your watch in the woods, I can almost assure you that that your watch is just going to stay lost. I'm not. Don't come for me. Don't look at me, and expect me to, go out there and look for your watch, cause I'm not doing it. I don't care how much money you. No, fuck that. You got me fucked up. Oh, that shit is good. But look, I want to end on this note. If you're out tonight, Friday the 13th, please, I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're safe. Because, like I said, it's Friday the 13th. A lot of shit goes down on that day. And Halloween, too. Because, god damn. But yeah, man, like I said, if you wanna have a good time, come over here. I'm not gonna tell you where I live because that's just stupid. But if you want me to come over there, over your house, then we can have a good time. We can turn up one time, right? Get some eggnog, get some popcorn, get some candy, right? Get your cuddle buddy, right? We gonna all have a good time. Watch some Netflix. What's good, Cause I'm not going outside on Friday the 13th. that is dead. Nope. Bang. Keep cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy.